Well, good evening, everybody. I am looking like a hot mess tonight. I apologize, and I'm so sorry for all the delayed shows. But welcome to the Puck Drops here. I am your host, The Source. If you don't know who I am by now, shame on you. And if you don't know who I am, shame on you as well. But welcome. This is going to be a real quick and easy show tonight. There is a lot, not really a lot to talk about. There's not a lot going on right now in the NHL. The season just started, so sorry, our normal producer here, Dan, is texting me. Shout out to Dan. I know he's having a busy night. He was actually going to pop on here for a little bit and talk some hockey with us. So he's not. He's got some good business that he's dealing with right now. But so far it's been a weird start to the season in the NHL, and I'm just going to get right into it here. We're going to talk about these guys right here, the Edmonton Oilers. Stanley Cup, or are they a bust this year? And let's face it, they were going in as odds-on favorites, some of the favorites to win this year's Stanley Cup. A lot of money being put down on them to win the Stanley Cup this year. And so far, they have not performed the way that they are capable of doing. They currently sit at the bottom of the Western Conference. I know we are only 6 games in. Too early to call them a bust, but a goal differential of -10. They've lost 3 in a row, and they have 3 points. Not only are they at the bottom of the Western Conference, next to last in the Western Conference, but they are also next to last in the NHL itself. So we'll see. Long season to go. It's an 82-game season. We are 6 in, so there's 76 more to go for Edmonton to turn it around. But I got a feeling that they're going to crawl themselves out of this hole that they are in. And who knows? I mean, it's like I said, it's early, but their stars just aren't showing up early. I mean, they lost to of all people, my Flyers, early on in the year. Draisaitl's got 11 points. McDavid's got 8 points. Their plus minuses are not that great right now. And yeah, that's just been a struggle for them. So we'll see. I'm not discounting them. So if you put your money on the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup, don't withdraw your money just yet. Keep it going. Their biggest problem right now is goaltending. So if they can get the goaltending situation figured out, we will. We might be seeing them again. So keep your eyes open for the Edmonton Oilers still. Like I said, it's early. I don't think they are a bust. So let's get into it a little bit here. Here is your current standings of the here's some stats from the Edmonton Oilers, but let's get back here. Sorry, thank you to ESPN for helping me out on this for a little bit because it's a lot easier to read. Here's your current standings here in the NHL. Your Eastern Conference, a team I did not think that would be at the top of the conference, the Boston Bruins, currently undefeated, 6 wins in 6 games over the Detroit Red Wings, who have been a big surprise for me. The Rangers are up there just like I thought, but my Philadelphia Flyers sitting right there, 7 points, 3 wins, 2 losses, an overtime loss. Lost a heartbreaking game to the defending champs, the Vegas Golden Knights, with 33 seconds left in the game the other night, with a 2-1 lead going into the third period. So looking pretty bright for the Flyers this year. Bottom of that standings, I want to say I'm heartbroken, but I'm not. The Pittsburgh Penguins, 4 points in 6 games played. Again, it's early, so we're not going to sit here and speculate anything regarding how the standings are going right now. It is a long way to go. But just to run through this a little bit here, a little bit more. So far early on, not too many people, including myself, thought the teams like the Flyers and Boston would be up there, or even Detroit. I mean, Boston I thought would be a brink playoff team with the pieces that they lost and gained. Again, best team in the Eastern Conference. Did not expect Detroit to be up there, but the Rangers, the Leafs, and Lightning and Devils were some of the favorites. But right there through the middle, I mean, You're talking from Philly all the way down, Carolina, Florida, Columbus. Just they're all within a couple points of each other. So I think the East is starting to shape up a little bit early on to be a tight, very, very tight uh, battle for the rest of the year. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, I'll update this throughout the year. I'll give more of my thoughts on how this season is going to go for everybody. Um, so it's we're not quite a month into the season, so let's just hold tight here for a little bit. Lots of exciting stuff to come about. Let's switch our look here to the Western Conference, because this is not what we expected at all when it came to how the Western Conference was going to shape up. Here's Vegas, defending Stanley Cup champions. Let me repeat that for everybody, because they are the defending Stanley Cup champions, and it is very, very hard nowadays. It's capable of happening, of winning and the Stanley Cup and being competitive the next year. Vegas is the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they have the best record in hockey right now. They are sitting 7-0, have not lost yet, 14 points, goal differential plus 15. They've won 4 at home, 3 on the road. Absolutely phenomenal season that they're having to start out so far. Competing with the Colorado Avalanche, I said before, I thought Colorado was a very good hockey team. They are proving me right. They, too, are undefeated. So, could we see a battle of Vegas, Colorado? Both have won a Stanley Cup now within the last 4 years. I think this is what it's going to be like throughout the rest of the season. I think we're going to see Vegas, Colorado, and even Dallas sitting right up there, top of the standings. Do not be surprised to see Edmonton, which I just talked about. They're sitting here at the bottom of the West, slowly creep their way up. I mean, they're 11 points out early on now. That's a large deficit to overcome. Don't count them out, though. Once they start getting their goaltending figured out and a lot of things start falling into place, watch them work their way up through the standings, and don't count them out as being Stanley Cup favorites, but I'm right now they're still not my odds-on favorite. The San Jose Sharks, absolute train wreck. No wins so far to start the year. They're probably about the only team I would consider out of any sort of early playoff prediction, because if you haven't won yet within the first week of games, but we're getting to be almost a month or so in, yeah, you got a long way to go. And that's you're already 13 points behind, and that's if Vegas keeps winning and you keep losing, you're going to be talking at the All-Star break, All-Star break, of not even being a playoff contending team. So who knows? It's looking to be a very exciting season. I'm going to try and bring you guys as much hockey updates as I can. Most of it is going to be through posts on our Facebook page. I apologize. It's just the way it's going to be. It's going with the way schedules are, with how much hockey there is played on a weekly basis. It's too much to really try and cover, so it's just easier to do an overall picture for you guys and post as we go throughout the season. So with that, big news out of the hockey realm today. Shane Pinto played for the Ottawa Senators. 41 game suspension right now. Young centerman, first suspension in NHL history for sports betting. So take that for what it's worth. I know he did make a statement today. He did make a statement today. He will not be appealing his suspension. He takes full responsibility. Here's actually part of his statement. I want to apologize to the National Hockey League, the Ottawa Senators, my teammates, the fans, and the city of Ottawa, and most importantly, my family. I take full responsibility for my actions and look forward to getting back on the ice with my team. He did not, however, bet on any NHL games, and the league considers the matter closed. He will serve his 41 games and will be back sometime later this year, about halfway through this, a little bit past halfway point of the season. So looking forward to see how they handle this. I know Ottawa is not really willing to give up on Shane Pinto just yet. They expect him to come back and contribute to the organization. So we will see. I wanted to pull up his stats here just to kind of see what he's been doing early on for them. Excuse me for a minute. I came in a little unprepared for this, so not really seeing much of him statistically wise. Of course, I might have taken him off the roster temporarily, so which is fine. I mean, I understand the whole concept of that with him being out for 41 games. They need to fill the spot, so kind of feel bad for the kid. Sports betting is allowed this year, and sports betting is a big thing now across the league, and it's just, I don't know. My thoughts of this right now are just, it's kind of hard to see guys getting in trouble because of something that everybody does that isn't a pro athlete. I get it; it's against the rules, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So he hasn't played yet. The Senators forward was working out on his own in Ottawa earlier this month while he waited to sign a new contract. So he hasn't been signed. His suspension will be retroactive to the first game of the Senators season. So he will sit out exactly half the season before he's eligible to come back. So we'll see. He could potentially be traded for trade or used for trade bait if somebody wants to take the chance on him. So we'll see. I have no expectations for them. So let's get rid of that. You get to look at my ugly mug just for a brief minute. Let's pull up our next topic here tonight. Tonight's slate of games. Now, I am looking forward to obviously seeing my Philadelphia Flyers play tonight. We have some big matchups, though. We got Anaheim at Boston, Seattle at Carolina, Winnipeg at Detroit, Columbus at Montreal, Colorado at Pittsburgh, San Jose at Tampa Bay, Minnesota at Philadelphia. Very interesting matchup for the Flyers tonight. Minnesota is not a terrible team. Philadelphia is, again, one of my surprises. Actually, all these games up here are already on or are over, or might be over at this point. But there's 11 games on the slate tonight. You can choose whatever. For what games are left, if I am a betting man, the game that I am putting my money on for possible upset would be, it's going to surprise you. I know this suspense is killing everybody. Edmonton at New York. I say about how great the New York Rangers are. Edmonton just needs that one game just to get them back into the groove of everything. At plus 114 tonight, playing in Edmonton, so it's a home game for them. New York is a very, very talented team. I discussed this at the previous show. I really feel like the Oilers, though, can turn it around. They just got to beat Shesterkin and net for New York. They got the capabilities on offense. Their goaltending just needs to show up. So you got 11 games left. I'm definitely going to be watching this Minnesota-Philadelphia game, though. I really feel like this is going to be a tight matchup for both. We're going to pull up the preview here. Minnesota also exceeding expectations for everything. As you look on here, points, top goal scorers, top assists, top plus minus. They are close. Goalie comparison, Gustafsson versus Carter Hart. Really, really like this matchup in net. Carter Hart's having so far a career start with one shutout, 221 goals against average, and a 923 save percentage. Don't forget, though, Minnesota has veteran Marc-Andre Fleury as the backup to Gustafson. But the big key to this game is right here on the right-hand side. We got the power play and the penalty kill. Flyers penalty kill, stellar this year. Power play, worse in the NHL. Minnesota, mid-pack for both. Face-off percentage are both at the bottom of the leaderboard. So, could be a sloppy game. Great game to watch. It is on ESPN Plus and Hulu tonight. I really suggest if you get a chance to watch that, watch it. I'm not trying to be a homer, but I really think that's good. The game that I said I think is going to be the upset is this one right here. We got the Edmonton Oilers, New York Rangers, and as you can see statistically, Oilers are not terrible. Take that for what it's worth. Their special teams are absolutely both stellar this year. Penalty kill percentage it's early in the year, so not panicking too much on them. But power play wise, or even, or pretty much even. Face off percentage even. It's this goaltending right here that we're looking at that is going to be the troublemaker for Edmonton. So we'll see. They got the offensive power. They need to pull through. So my betting favorite tonight, take the Edmonton Oilers. With the plus money line, beat the Rangers. I would even say whatever the over-under is for this game, bet the over. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. So we'll get ready for that. I told you it was going to be a quick show. I didn't think it was going to be this quick. There really isn't a whole lot to talk about hockey-wise to start the year. 7 games in. A lot of teams haven't even played their 7th. Some are playing it tonight. Some are playing their 8th. So bear with me. The schedule is we're gonna start getting into a rhythm of shows here. Once we get more storylines, more excitement going on to start the season. We're not quite a month in. So let's check out some of our friends here on the network that help bring the show to life, or our shows to life. Elite Performance, Checkered Life Customs. You can bet that. Doc Sports Picks, My Bookie, The Fighter's Friend, The One's Kitchen, Inner Beast Sportswear, and Southern Combat Productions. You can take that Edmonton pick right to mybookie.ag. Put some money down. Tell them that the source from BW Sports One sent you. And best betting. I mean, it's a great time to be a sports fan. We got hockey. We got the World Series starting tomorrow. Basketball started last night for some. Other games are tonight. You got college football, pro football. I mean, we got everything going on. We got at the end of the NASCAR seasons here, the Formula One season. Exciting time to be here at the network. And thanks to our friends, who should also be your friends, for providing us the opportunities to give you all of these sports here. And with that, check out the rest of our shows here on the network. I mean, it's a full slate right now. We got the Dukes, who had a good show last night. Checkers and Wreckers. Right now, we're kind of a little bit on a hiatus, working on something here. Just haven't had time schedule-wise to figure that out, but working on some interview stuff here. So we'll be bringing some more. We got some Checkers and Wreckers stuff coming to you in the off season. So don't worry, don't panic. Racing stuff hasn't gone anywhere. Super kicking it with Steven ... and Greg. You want your wrestling fix, go check out Steven and Greg, the State of Basketball Combat Zone, just a bit outside, which you can catch me on occasion here. I don't know if we're going to do any World Series stuff, but we'll announce it if we do. And obviously, you are here with me on the Puck Drops here. So check out all of our shows. Check out all of our partners. Again, please bear with me. This is going to be we got a long season ahead of us. We're only into October. We have all the way till June till the playoffs. It's a long ride. 82 games. We still got 75 for most, 75 more to go. What those standings I showed you earlier look like now, by the time June rolls around, it's going to be a completely different look. So I still think Vegas, the Rangers, Colorado, all those that are at the top of their standings now are at the top, or your teams to watch this year. So I'm going to sign off of here. I'm going to get ready. I want to go watch the Flyers play tonight. I'm excited to see them. I'm actually excited to watch them play some hockey tonight. I can't wait. With that, thank you for those who did tune in. We will be bringing you more throughout the season. Stay tuned to our page. And again, check out all of our partner shows and all of our friends here. For everybody here at the network, I am the Source. We thank you. We look forward to seeing you soon. And don't forget, no matter what's going on in this world, the puck drops here.